maxrandb put together just an absolute stellar post last week over on Democratic Underground. I printed it out. I didn't get a chance to get to it last week, but I've been wanting to share it with you because it's so well done. He says, I've been hearing a lot about the angry middle-class white male voter. And he says, that's me, and I'm so blanking PO'd that I can't see straight. He says, I'm angry that white middle-class males support a Republican Party that has done nothing but shatter their lives, send their kids off to endless war, wreck their labor rights, screwed their wages, and told their mothers, wives, sisters, daughters, and granddaughters that they aren't smart enough and emotionally secure enough to control their own health care. I'm pissed that they put Ronald Reagan into office twice, believing that it was their social safety net and economic protections and not the profits of the 1% that had become bloated and ineffective. I'm upset that they declared their enemy to be the firefighter who lives down the street. These are unionized workers, of course. See, he's talking about the white men who support the Republican Party. That they've declared their enemy to be the firefighter who lives down the street, the teacher who teaches their kids, or the government financial management analyst who coaches their kids at Little League Baseball simply because those Americans have a decent pension and benefits package. I'm extremely ticked off that they don't ask instead, why do my benefits and retirement plans suck so much? I'm perturbed that they don't realize that 400 years of slavery, followed by 150 years of state-sanctioned racism and discrimination in housing, employment, education, law enforcement, voting, mobility, might have something to do with some folks being mired in abject poverty. I'm friggin' apocalyptic that the white middle class watched 5- and 6-year-olds get their blanking brains blown out and their torsos blown in half by military-grade weapons and ammunition magazines, and allowed some LaPierre asshat to convince them that we shouldn't do one reasonable thing to make this mass murder a little harder to carry out. That's all we're asking. Just make killing massive amounts of people just a little bit harder. Instead, they listen to this ass pickle from the NRA, who they know in their heart of hearts would be the first unmentionable word to turn tail and run in a bar fight. He goes through this long list. It's pretty good. Admitting that they've been played, and then to, specifically to, white Republican men, admitting that they've been played like fools for the past 30 years would require them to blame themselves, and they're way too cowardly to do that. So what'll they do? They'll continue to vote for jerks like Donald Trump or Chuck Grassley or John Kasich or Sam Brownback in the hopes that maybe if we just pump a little more wealth to the top, it'll start trickling down eventually. Bet, hey, when it doesn't, they'll just blame the liberals, the hippies, the dope smokers, and the gays. These asshats, mostly making between $42,000 and $47,000 a year with a crummy 401k and bare bones health benefits, identify their enemy, this would be private sector, identify their enemy, public sector, as their fellow Americans making between $46,000 and $51,000 a year with a decent pension and benefits. Yeah. Yes. Very well said. To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here. And please be sure to hit the handy-dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.